Remember the last time we were there, the shutter wasn't working? I had to go out to the hardware store, the next hardware store from the summer house. It's 25, 30 minutes into the next town. Get a can of WD-40. They didn't even have the WD-40 that I wanted. I don't even know how to. I've seen Bill do it. So I go get a WD-40 can, and I'm going back to the summer house, and I start squeaking away on the shutter blinds. So what happens is I don't know what to do. Apparently there's got a little nozzle, a twist can that you're gonna apply. I'm sitting there for 2 to 3 hours trying to figure the dang thing out. By that time, Beth and Barb come back. I totally forgot we're supposed to be making the dinner.
Yeah, right.
So the boys are out getting the meat, and I completely forgot. I'm supposed to cut the salad. I'm supposed to chop up the onions. I'm supposed to mince up the garlic. And I'm sitting there, and Beth and Barb walk in. And I'm just sitting there in my work, whatever my work shorts are, which are just my regular shorts, and my blouse. Picture this. Picture you walking into the house. And you see poor old me sitting there struggling with the WD-40 can. I'm spraying it all left, right, and center. The house stinks. Reeks of WD-40. Was the shutter blind fixed? No.
Yeah.
That's why I say women need men around. You know? My husband, if we were there, God bless his soul. We all know he passed away in that terrible accident. Just the week before we arranged the summer house vacation.
I remember.
And, you remember what happened? Yeah, it was just like I couldn't believe it. You know, me and him, we decided to take a romantic walk on the train track. His foot gets caught in the clamp of the railway. Meanwhile, I'm saying, Clark, you stop kidding. He's kidding around. He's like, no, Barb, I seriously can't get my foot out. And I'm saying, listen, you can't be pulling this prank a week before we got to go to the summer house. And he says, Beth, seriously, this is a real emergency. I can't get my foot out. I'm saying, Clark, I love you to death. You're my husband, but you gotta stop goofing around. And he said, Beth, seriously, call the police. I can't get my foot out. And I say, well, why don't you just wiggle it out? You know, the times when I've gotten my ring finger stuck from eating one too many potato pies, you just gotta wiggle it out. And he says, I can't wiggle it. I tell him to take off the shoe. He can't take off the shoe. By this time, 30 minutes have gone by. He says, seriously, you know what he says to me? He says, you're the dumbest person in my life. There's a train coming. I can hear it. This has been going on for a half hour. You could have called the police by now, and I would have been free. So I'm laughing because he's obviously right. I'm telling him to wriggle it out. And so what ended up happening is the train came. I had to step off the tracks naturally. I didn't want to get hit. And I just saw my poor husband just get splattened by a train. His whole, you know, you know when you see like a balloon pop. Imagine a balloon had a bunch of guts in it, and it was stuck to a train track, and a train came and just plummeted it. But what would you think would happen with all the entrails of the balloon? Exactly. Everywhere. There's splatters on my face, on my dress. I said, on my dress, and I just told him. I said, I just bought this dress. Probably like. A month ago. And I got it from Holtz, you know. I'm not only shopping at Holtz, you know, God bless John. God bless his soul, rest in peace. You know, he wasn't bringing home the big bucks. So I had to do what I had to do to treat myself. So I'm yelling at him, saying, you're getting all your blood and entrails all over my dress that I just got. Lest to be known to me that he's not even able to hear. God knows where his ear is. He's probably flew off, hit a pine cone tree, you know? I didn't even see it was coming so fast. So my husband's dead. Now having said that, now having said that, having barely processed the death of my husband, I'm still living in denial somewhere. I'm sitting there with a WD can for him, I'm cursing out John. I'm saying, why'd you have to take me on that romantic walk on a railway?
All right.
Of all places, we could have gone to a beach. We could have gone to a trail in the forest. But, you know, I can't really blame myself. You're the one that got your foot stuck in. Now I got all these mortgage payments. And plus the children, their private school. I got to figure out how to pay that.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just been a bit of a struggle there. Might lose the house. You know, we got the summer house. And I'm learning how to use the WD can 40. So if I can get that working and the shutters working, you know, we have a place to camp out. I mean, that's what I wanted to talk to you and Phil about. If you guys don't mind, I know we're time sharing the summer house, and I know you guys get a little upset when people aren't are occupying the summer house without their allotted time slot. But I'm gonna have to ask you for a solid favor here, Phil. Is if I can put my family up in the summer house. Because we're actually losing our house and our mortgage. And the kids actually, I can't afford their private school, so I'm probably going to have to homeschool them. So it'd be kind of nice if we get the summer house and I could just put them up there. And, you know, John, God rest his soul, train heaven, you know, he'd probably want the same thing. So. I mean, have some time to think it over, mull it over, you know, it's not only an immediate answer now. You talk to Phil when you get home. And just let him know. And Beth was saying that if she could probably take the summer home and take your timeshare slot.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, me and the kids were not doing too well.
Sure.
But yeah. Oh, and let him know about the WD can 40. Because I couldn't. God knows I couldn't figure it out. So if he wants to take a look at it, trying to figure out where the nozzle goes, and I can get the shutter fixed up. And honestly, if I get the shutter fixed up, it's a benefit for all of us. I'll keep the house tidy. I'll keep it neat. I'll keep the fridge stocked. I'll have snacks for when people come over. You know, like I'll keep the grill clean. And I think it's a win-win, honestly.
Yeah.
You guys are just gonna have to when you come for the summer, when you want to come for your summer home time. Me and the kids will just stay in the cellar.
Yeah.
I got a couple extra blankets I'll bring over. So
Okay.
We'll just sleep we'll just lay down a mattress in the cellar. It'll be a little bit cold, but we got a couple more mattresses. And I got that heater that John gave me last Christmas. So, you know, just think it over, mull it over. I'm going to talk to Susie and Charles after this. I'm going to run this idea by them too. So hopefully it's not too much trouble. I know we're time sharing, but I can't even afford the time share cottage home anymore. Because, you know, my husband did all the breadwinning. So now I got to figure out how to make money.
Because he's dead.
Because he's dead. You know, he decides to die. Not even that, he decides to die. He decides to take us on a romantic walk on a train field. And then get his foot stuck, and then die. And then have the audacity to blame me, saying, oh, I didn't call the police. Why would I call the police when I got Google on my phone? And I know these things. I know you just gotta wriggle your foot out. He just wasn't doing the wriggling properly. You know, I always told him. In order, if you get in any life situation that requires a little bit of wriggle room, you gotta start wriggling. Now, having said that, I know wriggling's not easy for everybody. Some people got eczema and God knows what kind of rash, you know, arthritis. So they can't really be wriggling their bones. But you know, what works for me should work for a lot of other people. I feel like I've got a lot of the life hacks pretty much figured out. I mean, I'm asking you guys to stay in the summer home. That's a life fact. You know, I don't want to say that. I didn't actually want to say that to you because I didn't want to. I didn't want you to. Yeah. I didn't want you to.
Stop.
I didn't want you to think that. You know. Yeah.
Let me stop.
Yeah. So, you know.
Let me stop.
No, I mean, you guys can keep going on if you wanted to. I'm just figuring. I'll figure it out. There's always ways to make money. Ruth was actually telling me she's involved in. She's got a makeup line, but it's not hers. It's what they do is, it's kind of like you sign up, you get registered. It's Symphatical Makeup, and what they do is they give you a bunch of products. And you got to sell 20 to 30 products a week, and I think I could do that. You've seen how much charming I am, the amount I can talk, and I could probably figure this out. So you got to sell 30 eye creams a week, and then they give you 60 the next week, then they give you 90 the next week, 120 the week after, so on and so forth. So pretty much what it is per face cream you get I think it's 3 to 5 cents.
3 to 5.
That building up, if I can get a whole bunch of units moving a week, I could probably put a decent amount of food on the table for me and the kids. Probably have something leveraged figured out. By that time, maybe go back to school. Maybe take a couple of online classes. I know they got a whole bunch of things you could do online. Maybe be a nanny. You know, I'd probably have to hire a nanny to watch my kids while I'm going out to nanny other kids. But I've figured that if I can get a nanny that's $2 less than what I'm working for, I'd be making roughly $2 an hour, right? So the nanny would watch the kids. I'd jack my prices up. Let's say $2 to $3. I'd be making a decent $2 to $3 an hour on top of the eye cream that I'm selling. I'm making 3 to 5 cents per unit. Imagine me kicking it up to 1,000 units. If I'm selling 1,000 units, I would say within a month or 2 times. You know what I'd be saying?
No.
Who's John? Who's John? I don't remember John. Oh, you mean my husband that died? And trying to blame me for not calling the cops to get his foot out? That guy? No thanks. I have my own John, and it's called my wallet, my debit card, and my work ethic. And you know, the kids, they won't even miss him. By that time, now that being said, I'd be missing John, but that being said, I'll probably find another man. He doesn't have to be of the same caliber as John. If I could find somebody just to stay home with the kids while I go out, and I get the money, you know, I do the nannying. That way, I wouldn't even have to pay for a nanny. I'd be making a full sum, let's say $9 to $10 an hour. I'd keep all of that on the dollar, and then we could be coming up. And then by that time, if you guys want to use the summer house, we could probably instead of staying in the cellar, I could probably set up the shed in the back, get some more blankets, get a couple of cans of soup, have us all set up. So when you guys want to come in with your families, you know, we just stay in the back. You won't even notice that we're there. We'll be so quiet, and we'll tidy up around the lawn. If you guys leave the boats out or the life jackets or the oars, you know, I'll come in and I'll put them back in the shed with us, or we'll just keep them out in the back because I don't know how it's going to be hard to fit a family of 4 or 5. I'm only saying 5 now. If me and the new man decide to have another kid, obviously that's going to be another mouth to feed. But that's going to be another human in love. That's going to be another one of God's creations that I've been blessed with. So we'll have to figure out the oar and the lifeboat arrangements and the life jackets, and where I'm going to put my family, and where you guys are going to put the boars and the life jackets. So I mean, when the time comes, I'm sure we'll figure it out. Now, having said that, I was thinking about selling the boats and the life jackets. Because I don't ever see you guys using it. You guys are usually on the speedboat anyways. So if I could just sell that stuff off, that's a win-win situation. Because I get a little bit of money, plus I get a little room clearance for the shed. You know, we're not so tightly packed in and squeezed. And the kids aren't sneezing, and we're not getting any fungal infections from the oars. God knows how many times you guys are cleaning it. I'm not gonna clean your dirty oars. So you know, we can keep our clothes
clean. Your
clean.
dirty oars.
Yeah, we can keep our oars clean. We can keep our clothes fresh somewhat. And I think it's a win-win. Honestly, I know you guys bought the oars and the lifeboat, and the life jackets. But I mean, I'm considering you guys don't even use them. Somebody should get a use of them. If you're not actually using them, I might as well take them down to the pawn shop. I figure I'd probably get a good $40-50 out of the whole package or the whole deal. And that could go a long way. Honestly, that's about a week. That's about 3 weeks work. $40-50. And I was thinking about saving up for a pair of white gloves.
Oh.
You know, I miss having a little fancy. So I know you guys still go to the tea room. I haven't gotten an invitation in a while. And I don't know if that's because my husband's died. That's because I'm a mess. I'm just trying to figure it out, or is this because I constantly have a swampy smell on me, and I can't control that. You know, you guys are putting your oars in my shed. I know I smell like lake water all the time, dry lake water.
No.
So maybe I was running through a bunch of ideas of why you guys haven't invited me to the tea room. So if that was me, those are the reasons I would come up with. But nonetheless, having said that, I'm still gonna get my my white gloves. So if I can sell all the oars and the life jackets and the lifeboat, I can probably invest in a real nice pair of linen fresh lily. Just a nice pair of white gloves. And then that way I've got some white gloves. And you gals, I know when you, Beth and Barbara and Susie are going down to the tea room, just feel free to give me a call. I got a landline set up in the shed. I got one set up in the summer home as well. We already had one. I couldn't pay a cell phone bill. God knows with all the LT and the data and all that. So I'm going back to a landline. So I hope that's okay. You talk it over with Phil there. Figure it out. And just let me know. So, well, anyways, it was nice running into you. I've got to go pick up some vegetables here at the supermarket. Nice running into you. Oh, jeez, we'll be talking about for an hour. Anyways, tell the kids I said hi. I know Susie and Beth are going to college together. That's exciting. Maybe we could set up him and Phil. You never know. A little matchmaking. I always thought they'd be cute together. They have little kids of their own. Get a nice little house.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, anyways, nice running into you. Send my love to your husband and the kids, and make sure you let them know. Talk about the summer house.
I will.
I got a month left on my mortgage, my last payment. Then we're gonna get evicted. So you got roughly 25 days. Yeah, you got 25 days to give me an answer.
Okay.
Right? God knows where I'm gonna go. I don't want to be living with John's mother.
No. Fuck John's mother.
Fuck John's mother. She's on my case. Anyways, see you on church on Sunday. And get you later. All right.